Okay, so as in the last video, we have discussed about the transport across cell membrane. So in today's video, we'll be discussing that if blood pressure gets low, then which process is activated. Alright, so Raas is activated. Now, what is Raas? Raas is renin, angiotensin, aldosterone system. So let me write here the topic first. Today we will be discussing about Raas. And what is Raas? Raas is renin. This is single N renin, alright? Double N renin is like in our stomach. Renin, angiotensin, aldosterone, aldosterone system. This process get activates when your BP gets low. Alright, so renin, angiotensin, aldosterone system makes your BP higher. So I can also write here this process is activated wait activated when BP gets low, blood pressure gets low or down. Alright, this process is activated, which is also known as RAS, renin, angiotensin, aldosterone system. Alright, so now I am going to make that diagram so that it can be clear to you. Alright, so how should I make this? Alright, this is the circle. I should make like this. Alright, okay, if BP is down or BP is low, alright, BP is low, then what will happen when it will go to kidney? As we know that we have net pressure or glomerular pressure, that is 10 mm of Hg, and glomerular filtration rate is 125 milliliter per minute. So if it won't get 125 milliliter per minute, it won't be filtered. All right, we know that it will be filtered on what condition? If it will get 125 ml per minute blood, and we know that the blood pressure is lower, as I have written here, blood pressure is low, so it won't be gone to the kidney and it won't be filtered, like 125 ml per minute won't be gone to the kidney. So I am making here the kidney. I am making here the kidney. This is the kidney. I do have. All right, and here artery will go and it won't be filtered. We know that because the blood pressure is low. All right, blood pressure is low, so it won't be filtered, but instead what will be happening, it will produce a chemical. So here I am showing artery vein with this color. So this is a vein, this is a vein, and this will produce one chemical. All right, this is the chemical this kidney will produce, and now this chemical is here in this vein. All right, and this chemical is known as renin. All right, renin with single n. So renin is in the blood now. All right, now it will go to the heart, and from the heart this will be pumped. Alright, so here I should make more renin. This is in the whole kidney. Alright, this is in the whole kidney. So this blood will be pumped out to the liver. When this blood will be pumped out to the liver, so wait, let me make here the liver. So this is what, this is liver. From its vein, alright, vein, this is a vein I do have. It will produce one chemical which is known as angiotensinogen. It will produce one chemical which is known as angiotensinogen. Alright, angiotensinogen. So I should make with this color now. Alright, so it has produced one chemical which is known as angiotensinogen. Alright, this is fine. So I should write here as well. It will produce one chemical which is known as angiotensinogen. Alright, and this is inactive. This is inactive. Alright, so it will produce one chemical which is angiotensinogen, and this is inactive, while this is a vein by what it is producing. Alright, vein. So now angiotensinogen. Alright, we do have angiotensinogen. Now again it will go to the heart, and again it will be pumped out, and then when it will go to the livers, not liver but the lungs. So I'm making here lungs now. Wait, so I'm making here lungs now. These are what? This is the lung. This is the lung. Now it has an enzyme which is an angiotensinogen converting enzyme. Alright, I should write this as well. Angiotensinogen converting enzyme. Converting enzyme. Alright, so now this angiotensinogen converting enzyme will convert this angiotensinogen into angiotensin. Alright, which will be active form of the angiotensinogen. Angiotensinogen is the inactive form, and when it will go to the lungs, and lungs has an enzyme which is angiotensinogen converting enzyme, that would be converted into angiotensin. This is not angiotensinogen, but instead this is angiotensin. Wait, let me erase this. Okay, so this is angiotensin converting enzyme which will convert this angiotensinogen, which is the inactive form, into active form, which is angiotensin. Alright, so it will convert this angiotensinogen into angiotensin, which is the active form. So now what will be happen? Now basically this is the aorta we do have. Wait, let me write here. This is aorta. Alright, and here our blood will be gone. Now this angiotensinogen 2, now we have angiotensinogen 2. Alright, not angiotensinogen but angiotensin. Now we have angiotensin 2. Alright, which is the powerful vasoconstrictor, which is known as, wait, powerful vasoconstrictor. Constrictor. Alright, this angiotensin 2 is the powerful vasoconstrictor. Vasoconstrictor means vessel constructor. Alright, so when vessel will be contracted, we know that like volume is inversely proportional to the pressure. So now when area would be reduced, volume would be reduced, the pressure will get high, because we know that, wait, I'm writing here, volume is inversely proportional to the pressure. When volume will be increased, the pressure will decrease, or when like wait or when volume will be decreased, the pressure will increase. So we are decreasing the volume now, we are decreasing the area of the artery, so that pressure can get increased. All right, so I am going to make here the diagram of artery so that we can construct that as well. So here I am making wait, I'm making with this color. So okay, so we do have this circle which has cells. These are known as squamous epithelial, because we know that artery has cells which are known as squamous epithelial. So I should write this. These are squamous epithelial cells. Alright, squamous epithelial. Alright, now we do have one covering here. Alright, then again we do have covering here, which is of connective tissue. Alright, this is of connective tissue. Here I am making with connective tissue. Connective tissue. I'm writing here now. Connective tissue. Alright, then again we do have layer which is of smooth muscles, and that is known as tunica externa. Alright, so I am making here, it is a layer which has cells, epithelial cells, and this membrane is known as tunica externa, because this is external membrane. So I should write this down as well. Tunica externa. Alright, so tunica externa we do have, and the inside membrane is known as tunica media. So now what will be happen, we do have receptors here, receptors of angiotensin 2. Angiotensin 2 receptor we do have in the artery. So I am making here the receptors. Here we have receptors. These are the receptors. So I'm not making whole, but I'm making some receptors. Alright, these are the receptors, and these are receptors of what? These are receptors of angiotensin 2. Angiotensin 2 receptors. As we have seen here, now we have angiotensin 2 in our aorta. So when these will be attached to this, like it has a receptor, artery has a receptor, this is the artery. This is the artery. Alright, so artery has receptors of this. When it will be attached, it will contract. This will contract. So this will contract, 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 contract. And now we know that volume is decreased. Volume is decreased. So volume is inversely proportional to the pressure. If volume is decreased, then pressure will be increased. Pressure is increased. So this is the one step of increasing the blood pressure in the body. Alright, so what this will do, this would increase the blood pressure. Wait, BP. BP or blood pressure increase. Alright, this would increase the blood pressure. Then again we do have in the small intestine, water is like absorbed. Alright, so where should I make? Alright, I am erasing this little bit so that I can make the second diagram. Sorry, I erased this whole. Oh ho ho, it's okay, I'm making this again. Alright, this is made. I should make a little bit. This is whole erased. I'm so sorry for this. This was the lung. Alright, then all things are written here. And I should write here just vasoconstrictor. Powerful vasoconstrictor. Powerful vasoconstrictor. Alright, this is powerful vasoconstrictor, and we have seen how it has like decreased the volume of the artery and then increase the blood pressure in the body. Alright, so now we have small intestine. Alright, I am making here. So this is the mouth. I do have, this is the stomach, then this is the intestine. So from here water will be absorbed, water, and water will come here. Alright, this is the water, this is the water. Alright, so now what will be done? Wait, let me write here. I'm erasing this from here and I'm writing this here. Blood pressure is decreased, so that this process is happening. Alright, so now what will be happening here in the kidney? This is the kidney. On the top of kidney we do have adrenal gland. Alright, we do have adrenal gland. We do have adrenal gland. Alright, this is the adrenal gland, and it has receptors. It has receptors. It has receptors. Alright, and these are receptors of what? Wait, let me write this down as well. These are the receptors of angiotensin 2. Angiotensin 2. Alright, so these are the receptors of angiotensin 2. So where we have the angiotensin 2 receptor, we do have first receptor in the artery, which is contracting the artery and decreasing the volume and increasing the pressure, and second receptors of angiotensin 2 we have in the adrenal gland of the kidney. Alright, and this will then produce the aldosterone. Alright, this would produce the chemical, wait, this would then produce the chemical which is known as, wait, aldosterone. So let me write here down as well. This would produce, alright, so this would produce what? This would produce aldosterone. Aldosterone, which would like help urea consumption, urea production, urea, urea production would be low. All right, and if urea production will be low, then water would be more conserved. All right, so if water will be conserved, then then the blood pressure will get increased. All right, so let me write here, blood pressure will be increased. So this is the step which is Raas, that is known as renin angiotensin or gen angiotensin aldosterone system, which would make your blood pressure increase, all right, if it is low. So this was all for today. In the next video we'll be discussing that how renin is produced in the kidney and how this aldosterone is produced. All right, so we'll be discussing about production of renin and aldosterone in the next video. So this was all for today.